welcome in everybody to this week's episode of Bound by Night, where it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to see you. A pleasure to be here. Feel free to spam the chat with some emotes. Yeah. Hello. Let's do a quick recap. Striker Sly, you talented, wonderful lady, take it away.
As I run back, because I thought I had more time to brush my teeth, but I guess not. Okay. Then put the last piece of cheese in my mouth, and I'm like, oh, I can run well. All right. This is not going to be as dramatic. Oh, God. Last 2 weeks ago, I guess, on a session of Bound by Night, we start with Malcolm leaving the taxi and entering the courthouse. Octavian, somebody that Malcolm seems to trust more than other kindred, and just in general trust more than most people would trust someone, drinks the pus of an interesting Nosferatu, bounding themselves to them for a deal. Something that they're looking for, a tome. We'll hop on over to go see the coolest of cool, Evan, who, yes, answers the phone. Hello. Somebody unknown to Evan announces that they are, in fact, his great-great-grandfather, rather, grandsire. They're interested in having lunch at a cemetery. Bring the tools of your trade, they said, and so Evan, on his way, calls the woman who had spent the evening with him before, Delta. If you don't hear from me, here's why I went. She said she'd be on her way, but unfortunately, it seems that was a lie, for a man unknown to Evan shows up, and so a chase ensues, both of them fighting hand, neck, teeth, claws, and fangs in a car, to end with Evan thrown out the side, broken, bruised, and definitely confused. And of course, we can't forget about Bob. Bob is great. Bob, the friend who pulled Evan over just for the sake that he felt like he wanted to chat. You know, offering some donuts and whatever else, and I'm sure we'll see Bob again. Skipping on over, we head to Jihoon. Once again, best boy. Jihoon is tasked with looking into the accounts of someone who has been dead for 100 years, a name that we had previously heard from Evan's trip to the cemetery. Freeman Sigmund. Looking into everything on a great master PC, Myst. It seems that the systems have been hacked, and Jihoon types away with his nemesis on the other end until he realizes that somebody has entered his house. And is none other than Gamma. Gamma with somebody else, and Jihoon starts to have a bit of a mental breakdown. Until the big boss, the man in charge, the father of the pack, Magnus, walks in. We hop over again to Daniel, Noah, Kappa, and Zeta, and our favorite, Sigma. Sigma's got a broken hip, you see, because Daniel decided to fight and hurt him. Zeta gets up and leaves, and Daniel unrelentingly chases after Zeta. Let me in. Talk to me. Zeta, unwilling, doesn't seem to want to open up, but Daniel is, shall we say, pushy. You could tell that he loves her, but at the same time, Zeta is hurting. Something is wrong, and it seems like she can't even speak. Meanwhile, you have a whole conversation happening on the inside between all of these people, and Zeta not willing to answer her secrets, and Kappa and Noah standing incredibly close together, peering in through the window, and Noah can't help but be distracted by the look on Kappa's face, the way his nose is on, the way his lips move, the way his fingers touch upon his keys, because Noah seems to be distracted, very easily distracted by Kappa. And it all ends as we sit there, families torn apart, and just one word. Or one phrase, rather. Just because it's broken doesn't mean that it's bad. Let's head on into session 4.
Session 4 of Bound by Night. Oh boy. All right, Slay, do you want to go brush your teeth and I start with somebody else, or are you ready?
I literally brushed my teeth as Malcolm was talking, and then you called me back, and I was like, oh, and it was like, came back. And like, so we're good. I just, have to now wipe my face, and yeah, it's good. It's good.
I just want to clarify, Bob is best boy.
Bob is great. Jihoon.
I want his wife's donuts. By donuts, I mean like the handmade thingies or whatever he got them from the bakery. I don't fucking know where they came from, but I want to eat them.
The Hawaiian donuts?
I didn't mean, Okay, anyways, continue.
Sorry. I was answering a whisper. Jihoon, his presence is all-consuming. It takes the very air out of the room and squeezes it like a vice. But there is something reassuring about such a powerful aura. A steady and firm presence that you have grown used to. You've always grown up around strict adherence to the rules and regulations, what is expected and demanded. And Magnus proudly supports all therein. Only now that you've been a kindred, there is something else below the surface of this dignitary, this dignified and disciplined individual. I would like you to roll a wits and an insight, please.
As my microphone breaks. Okay, hold on a second. Gotta get my dice. You said what? Sorry?
A
Wits and insight?
Correct.
Okay, and is this to detect anything related to lies or motive, or no?
Nope.
Okay. That's 4 successes.
Okay, on top of that, I need you just to roll a plain awareness.
Yep. 2 successes.
So a total 6.
Yep.
Okay. As a kindred, your senses are heightened naturally. Even more so because of your clan. Below the surface shimmers a dark urge. Not Baldur's Gate. A need that pushes out into the room before him. You didn't notice before the softness behind the hard gaze. Neither could you smell the heat and the dark spices that ever surround him. Especially around you. Could you flush? You would. As he says your name. Am I interrupting?
Of course not, sir.
He carefully shuts the door behind him and you can't help but notice the wide palms and strong fingers. The watch around his wrist is a solid black Rolex. The 12, a single diamond that catches the light. Something else that you've never noticed, but you do now. The tips of his fingers. The middle knuckle. Each one bears a faded symbol. Some tattoo. Some arcane marking. That's what your wits and insight is for. Familiar in the back of your mind. Something that makes your blood sorcery swirl recognizes the symbols. Some instinctual sense. Your eyes flick back up to his face as he closes the distance. Not too close, not too far, just enough. So he's near you.
I haven't had the chance to look into too much. I can assure you by the end of the day, I'll have something to report. I apologize.
I trust you and your capabilities.
I did find a name, however, sir.
He lifts his eyebrows.
A Freeman Sigmund.
Sigmund. Very good,
Yes.
Ji-hoon.
We have a slight problem, sir. But I can assure you, I have it handled. I'll fix it. 10 minutes, sir.
He lifts a hand, and there is a soft quirk of one side of his mouth. His lips are wide and generous. You can't help but notice the shape. A perfect Cupid's bow. A dusting of a 5 o'clock shadow. Even though this morning, no doubt he was clean shaven.
I trust your capabilities, Ji-hoon. I didn't come to talk about the Sigmund account.
Oh, my apologies.
Not necessary.
And his eyes that are typically shrewd and hard soften.
Can I ask you a personal question off the record?
Anything. Of course.
He moves away from the desk and moves in 2 strides, his thighs in his woolen slacks eating up the distance quickly. Though his shoulders roll at a casual pace, he's just that big. That he crosses a wide room that would take you 12 steps in 4. To the window, he pulls it open so you can look out over the city lights twinkling and the mountain in the distance. A low slope against an almost full disk in the sky. Over his shoulder, he says,
What did you and Alpha talk about?
He didn't say much, just I offered to help him. He was bleeding everywhere. It was a mess.
Did he say anything?
Ji-hoon gets up from his spot at the desk and walks over to the window beside Magnus.
Okay.
Kind of looks outside. Just that he had gotten into a fight, sir. I don't really know the details.
Magnus inhales sharply. He doesn't turn to you. He keeps gazing out over the city or the horizon. And he says something that surprises you.
You should stay away from him. I wouldn't want him or you to be distracted from your work.
I can assure you, sir, I don't know what you mean.
He reaches up and he loosens his tie. And he unbuttons a button. There's a flash of a gold chain, and he turns to you. Surprisingly, the hair on his chest is sparse. It isn't uncomfortable looking. There's also a very heavy-handed scar. Right in between his collarbones, disappears in a line underneath his dress shirt.
Jihoon is tempted to reach out of sheer curiosity. His desire for knowledge to answer questions that are in his head. He kind of puts his hand out to touch it. But thinks twice. This is his boss. And pulls away.
He captures your hand.
Do it.
Do what?
What you want.
It would be... It's inappropriate, sir. I'm so sorry.
He doesn't let go of your hand.
We're off the record. We're just two people.
How did you get it?
He lets go of your hand. His eyes are fierce. The pupils dilated. His breathing is quickening.
Jihoon will push the shirt aside to look at the scar and run his small hands across it to see if it's raised. Just curious.
Okay, it is a deep groove, and Magnus reaches up to unbutton 2 more buttons. And it slides down his chest, his pectoral, ending right before the tight bud of his nipple.
What happened?
An attack. From someone of my kind.
Someone you know?
Yes.
Eh. Jihoon does one last trace of the scar and...
You watch his skin goose flesh under your touch.
I'm sorry, this is... I shouldn't be asking so many questions. I apologize, sir.
When you try to pull your hand away, he flattens your palm on his chest, and you can feel the muscles of his pectorals. He is built statuesque. Without a word, he moves your hand across the scar one more time. Only he lets your hand move up the ropes and cords of his throat, bringing the tips of your fingers just below his lower lip, so you can feel them move as he speaks.
There isn't a question of yours I don't want to answer. I enjoy your curiosity.
And he lets go of your hand.
Jihoon doesn't move his hand. He's kind of frozen in place. And he takes in an unnecessary breath. And he breathes in the smell that kind of is encompassing the room. And drops his hand slowly. I appreciate your trust. Jihoon kind of looks away. Is there anything else you need from me, sir?
As you are talking, he's been buttoning up his dress shirt and adjusting his tie.
And he says, you do good work. I couldn't ask for better.
Is there anything else you need from me?
Before your kindred him, you would have missed the heat and the change, the flash of his eyes. But you catch it. This subtle glow, the quick change.
Jihoon's eyes widen.
If you want, you can have him roll an intelligence and an insight, but it's entirely up to you.
Oh, he will.
Go ahead and roll.
Is this for motive?
Yes.
Or okay. Seven successes.
How many did you get? I'm so sorry.
7.
Oh shit. If you need anything from me, his answer is yes.
Whatever you need. Sorry. What can I give you?
Oh goodness. I gotta make a roll. Hold on.
Okay.
Should he resist, chat? Or should he give in? Does he resist? Does he not? You tell me. I'll roll, but I want to know, what do you think, chat? What would you like? What would you like to see? So far, I've got 2 given.
There's a poll up, guys. Make sure to vote in the poll.
Well, the poll is going. Let's quick maths. And by quick maths, I mean in this moment, how does Ji-hoon feel? What's running through his mind?
He doesn't necessarily understand why or what he's thinking. Ji-hoon believes that it's his responsibility to ask the boss what he needs, what he wants, and so he does. He doesn't really understand the implications or the things that he's saying and how he's coming across, but he's ultimately taken by Magnus's presence. It's what he has always known. That controlling, all-consuming, steady, firm strictness is familiar. It kind of taps into that feeling of being human again. So it's more like he's bound to his duty, but also confused, curious, tempted. Tempted to what? He has no idea. But tempted nonetheless. Something is teasing his curiosity. And he's so knowledge hungry that he can't let it go. But he's also fighting with himself, fighting against that, well, this is my boss, there's boundaries that need to be made, and I need to be as strict as he expects me to be, or as he is with me. So that's kind of where he is right now.
Okay. Chat said Magnus doesn't give in. So even though his eyes do that flashing thing, and his movement is really swift, Ji-hoon, suddenly you're pushed back against the desk, the corner of it biting into your ass. One of his hands is down by your hips, all flat on the desk, leaning forward, pushing you back. You can almost feel his body pressed against yours, but just an inch. He pauses. His hand, you can see out of your peripheral, is reaching up towards your face, and then he pulls away just as swift, as if he's been burned. Apologies. And he makes it, beelines it, kicks it right for the door.
Continue your good work.
And he has the door open before you even can say anything. He glances at you as if he wants to say something else. Runs a hand through all that hair. And then he leaves. Mumbling a farewell. And a thank you for all that you do. And as the door claps shut, you feel bereft. A little lost. And a mechanical voice chimes in. Ji-hoon. I know Ji-hoon need not breathe. However, you are tense, squeezing your lungs. Shall I call the nurse?
No. Even though he can't necessarily feel it, there's chills running up his arms.
Shall I call a cab for Ji-hoon to take care of intruder Gamma?
Mist, scrub all knowledge of the call with Gamma earlier.
Should Mist forget Gamma intruder's name?
Oh. Just...
Password.
I need to get back to work.
Password required. Encryption required. Please donate blood. And this little thing pops out of the desk with a needle. It's a little thumb. A little cup that holds your thumb.
Ji-hoon bites his thumb. Places the thumb on the reader.
Okay. Sensing that there's already a cut, the needle does not prick you. It simply takes minuscule amount, just a microdose. And then Mist runs a program. Scrubbing data. Encrypting data. Encrypting deleted data.
Shit.
What do you do? Do you stay at work? Or do you go home? This is a significant choice for you.
Let me roll for myself. Hold on. Okay. Mist.
Yes, Ji-hoon?
I'm going to be taking my computer home. Ensure the encryption key is solid.
Shall Mist accompany you home, Ji-hoon?
That would be great, Mist. Thank you.
Very well. Copying data. Downloading extra AI, baby Mist. Please hold. And it's just like... And this little chip pops out of the desk.
I'll be back. I'll be back. Hi.
Ji-hoon.
If anyone asks where I am, Mist, just... Yes. Sorry. What? Fuck.
You are acting abnormal. Stressed. Anxiety.
Confused. Yes.
Is there anything I could offer, Ji-hoon?
Can you tell me how I'm feeling?
Scanning. Please hold. Reading. Micro expressions. Checking. Against and you just see on the screen all of these like movies, CCTVs, phone recordings, just like messages from social medias, back and forths from private messages on like platforms that you download and, hang out with your friends and chats. Just hundreds of thousands of things that she's doing in a minute. Here's what I found. Perhaps Jihoon is. And it's almost like she takes on the tone of the pair of friends that were talking. And one of them says, yeah, you're totally into him. You think he's hot. Someone else, no, I think he's intimidating. And then someone else in the call says, you got a scared boner. And then it changes to, you're afraid. So you're hyper aroused. PTSD. And finally, after all of these like voices are just like murmuring and being spit out, Miss says, perhaps Jihoon is feeling a hypered state of awareness. A hyper arousal of fear and interest. A natural human response to something they desire or are interested in.
That's... No. 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 This is wrong. This is all wrong.
Wrong is morally subjective. Jihoon, should I delete data? Perhaps I should remind you, you are capable. A genius IQ from a very good family. And then there pops up a yes or no, delete. Jihoon feelings. EXE. You're just like... There's just something about it when it says delete Jihoon's feelings. Like looking at it, you see your full name, Jihoon. Delete your feelings.
And I think seeing that Jihoon, that kind of strikes him as something. I'll decide later, Mist. It doesn't matter. And he goes to pack up his stuff.
Of course.
Computer shut down.
She powers off. Meow.
And Jihoon is going to rush out of the building.
Do you lock up behind you?
I think in the moment he's too flustered to remember.
Okay.
And I think he'll think about that as he leaves.
I would like you just to roll a d10 for me then.
A proper D10?
A proper d10.
Yep.
You want to get a 6 or above.
Okay. I got an 8.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's not like he's in the car driving home when he remembers. He is literally in the lobby, hitting the bar open on the door when he remembers, wait, because he's going out the side exit where the parking lot is. He says, wait. He catches himself on an 8. You can go back and still lock up if you'd like.
He would. 100% he can't. Once he knows that he's done it, he can't let it go. He has to go back lock up.
Okay.
That's his space. That's his office.
All right. You lock up, and as everything slides into place, there's that satisfying click of the privacy and secureness just moving, locking down into exactly where it needs to be to match the habits, even though this night is not habitual at all. Everything is skiwampus. Locking that lock does something in the center of your chest. It gives Jihoon a moment of grounding, a moment of peace.
He'll check the door, and he'll rush back out again. Feeling a little less stressed than before.
Okay. I hate to do this, but we're gonna take a quick bathroom break.
Yeah.
Because I gotta go.
No
so
problem.
everybody get some water, go to the bathroom, and we'll be right back. And we are back. Here we go. You guys ready?
As we'll ever be.
Okie dokie. Evan,
Oh no.
roll a wits and awareness.
It's 3 success.
There, you stand up. Thank God you were wearing a leather coat. You shake out your limbs, staring at the bug that is disappearing, or has disappeared. The door is about 10 feet, 15 feet behind you. Do you go collect it?
Yeah, he's gonna sigh first. And just, I'm gonna kill that motherfucker. And then go and pick up the door.
Okay. As you lift the door in the opposite direction that the car went, you see a bright spot of red bouncing, running towards you as Delta slowly comes into focus. Do you meet her halfway, or do you wait till she comes to you?
He'll kind of squint at first and just stand there holding the door.
Before you can make out...
So I guess...
Oh, sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay. So before you can really make out the nuances of her expression, you notice she's hobbling a bit, like limping a little. So her gait is really uneven. And she just starts yelling. She's like, maybe 50 feet off. And she's like, Evan, oh my God, are you okay? Are you alive? Holy shit.
I'm good.
Has she...
He says as he he kind of pulls his glasses out of his front coat jacket and just drops the crumbled pieces.
They like tinkle down to the ground. Oh shit! Is that my door? Up close.
Yeah.
She's got this big bruise on her cheek, like she was slapped. And there are bruises around her throat.
Kind of tilt his head. What? Were those from that fucker?
She just leans on her knees. Oh, fuck, you're alive. Oh, that bastard. My car. And then she embraces you. She doesn't answer.
Dell, you need to level with me. Is that fucker why you left?
And she winces.
No us. It's a yes or no question.
Okay, let me ask first. Okay, hold on. Wait, okay, I gotta... She breathes, she turns around, she mumbles to herself. She's like, you got this, you can do this, you're really good at this, you're great at communication, you're excellent in relationships, they don't all blow up in your face. Okay, that's a lie, but we're... Positive. Okay, she turns around. Yes. I had to deal with a little bit. That's all. I had to try and finagle. I had to do a little bit of negotiating. It didn't really work. We got into a little bit of a, just a little bit of a thing. And she's like moving her hands as she's talking. And she's very animated. And then he got my keys. And then he broke my window. And then I hit him with my cast iron. And that didn't do shit. And it just kind of turned into a thing out into the street. Yeah. And then I was on my roof suddenly, and it took me a second to get down, and by then he was gone in my motherfucking car. So I ran. Sorry I'm late. But you're not where you're supposed to be either. A fucking mausoleum? Really, Evan? Like that's weird. I mean, this is weird. Obviously, we'll have to have a talk later.
Everything's weird that we do.
Right, sure. But this doesn't... You and I are, we're cool, right?
He just motions to the door that he's holding.
Yeah, about that. We're cool, but we're good, right? The door's fucked up, and, all of this is kind of fucked up, but we're good, right? We're okay. We're fine, right?
Just don't fucking lie to me again. No, just don't.
I didn't lie. I just didn't say anything. That's not a lie.
Pretty sure I asked you if everything was good. Yes.
It was.
Now I'm holding your freaking car's door. My glasses are destroyed. My jacket's destroyed.
Okay, I'll buy you
You're
new
beat
glasses.
up. I'm beat up.
I'm sorry. I'll buy you...
No, you're going to have to get a new car. Don't worry about my freaking glasses.
She wasn't expecting that answer?
You think a door comes out of a bug without damaging it that badly?
Yeah, I'm gonna report...
He points to the fact that the hinges
no.
on the other side are still on the door that
Holy
are supposed to be
shit.
attached to the car.
Oh my god, I gotta call my brother. Fuck. Oh my god, I can't call the cops. If I call the cops, he'll kill him. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, look.
I'm gonna kill him.
No, wait, hold on. Hold on.
No.
Yeah, let's hold on. Hold on. Evan, you're really tough. You're really cool. You're so fucking sexy. But, he's, Julian's kind of a, he's kind of a...
Oh, Julian.
Yeah, he's really strong. He's tough. He's really tough. I thought it was okay. Evan, I didn't mean to lie to you.
He seems like he's like one of those Twilight motherfuckers. Minus all the sparkles. He does like the opposite. He sucks all the light from around him. He's a shithead.
Yeah, he really is. He really is. That's a really good adjective for him.
No, the shit he said about you?
Uh-oh, what did he say?
I'm not fucking repeating that.
What? Oh my god, what did he say? What did he tell you?
I am not repeating what he said. He did not have nice words about you.
Was that it? He didn't tell you anything else? He just called me like a bitch? Is that it?
More than that.
But he didn't tell you anything else, right?
Is there something else I need to know?
Oh, she bites her lip. Oh,
Deflecting a little bit, are we?
You see, well, you hear, both of you hear it first. A car way down at the end of the street at the four-way stop with the light. And then you see out of the corner of your peripherals the cop lights. Very likely somebody called the police about a high-speed chase and someone maybe needing the paramedics because they were thrown out of a car. We should probably get out of here before there's any questions, right?
Yeah, unless that's Bob. If it's Bob, we're good.
No, we should get out of here.
You're still answering me after this, though.
E-
He'll kind of grab her hand and lead her off. No.
Could we pretend I didn't say anything?
No.
When she does this really cute smile with a nose wrinkle that she always does, and her eyes are glittering. Please.
Just rolls his eyes and doesn't respond.
Okay. You hear the sirens, and Delta starts to run, kind of pulling you with her. I need you to roll. Roll some quick getaway. Go ahead and roll a strength and a stealth. I was going to say survival, but stealth or athletics. Strength or athletics because you're running. Running and hopping a fence.
Just a critical success. 2 of them.
Okay, so the 2 of you hop over this fence and duck down under some bushes as sirens and police cars fly by. Obviously, a lot of people on the force are a little bored right now, so everybody that's on is like, oh, what's going on over here? And as you're hiding in the bush, she says, okay, Evan, look, I'll tell you, okay? Just let me think about it.
He just kind of gives her the really look.
Oh, okay, that makes her like kind of hiss a little, and she says, okay, Julian and I were into some fucked up shit, okay? We did some things. We did some not cool things together when we were together, but we're not together now. We haven't been together in quite some time. He's just back in town, and he's upset.
Why did you go see him by yourself?
Because he told me he was in my house.
Why didn't you say anything?
Because I didn't want you to get hurt.
A lot of good that did.
Yeah. Look, you live, you learn, right?
Look,
No.
you fucked up.
I won't do it again. Scout's on her.
He kind of takes a deep breath, just, and then breathes out slowly.
She like puts her hands on your thighs and like leans into you. Please forgive me.
I'll think about it.
I'll take it. And she kisses on your neck, like the nice, like barbered line from your beard. And she kind of nibbles on it a little bit, and she's like, "Thanks." You know, the way she says it, it's just like a fox, like a fox would say it.
He twinges just a little bit, trying not to react to it.
Okay, she's gonna try and notice. Intelligence and insight, 5 successes. Can she tell? Can she tell that kind of slips past your defenses?
I believe so with those rolls. Am I supposed to counter roll?
If you want to, you can roll a manipulation and deception, or charisma and deception. Subterfuge, not deception. There we go.
I was sitting here looking for it and I don't see it.
Yeah, sorry. Charisma and subterfuge, or manipulation and subterfuge.
It'll just be straight charisma for me.
Okay. If you want to, go ahead and roll it.
Ooh, she just notices barely.
Oof, nice.
It's
Okay.
4 to 5.
Okay. She straddles your hips. And her hands slide up your chest under your jacket and around your neck, and she just kind of pouts. It's very cute. But, God, it's like insufferable at the same time. But it's definitely a little white flag. Like she's trying to make a bid for peace. Her eyebrows are scrunched up. She's giving you doe eyes, head tilted. She says, I really am sorry. And she leans in and starts kissing your cheeks, rubbing your nose, and moving slowly down to your mouth.
Let me roll one thing for him. He'll just lean in and wrap his arms around her, pull her closer, if he can.
Yep.
And just kiss her.
Okay. All right. The tension between the two of you sort of melts just ever so slightly. You feel yourself kind of leaning in towards, shaking your head with a loving, damn it, Delta. After several minutes, she pulls away and she gives you a little smile, squeezes your hand, and then she's back in business. Okay, I gotta call my brother. Julian's really bad news. Look. And she doesn't meet your gaze. And you can tell that she's like shifting energies, moving into something maybe more real, more raw. Because her shoulders, which are usually filled with this bravado and this like flirtatious sort of dark feminine energy that's just like, I'm amazing and a pixie and awesome and also very sexy, right? They get a little innocent. They get a little worried. And she says, I'm not really good at telling the truth. Like out of nowhere. I have never in my life dated someone that I think is as cool as you. And I'm gonna make a lot of mistakes. I'm gonna fuck up a ton. I'm gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna lie to you, Evan. I don't know anything else. But if you're fucking willing to trust me. And she looks at you.
He just kind of grabs her hands and brings them toward him.
Just don't give up on me, okay? I can take it if you push me, right? You can even yell at me. You can get mad and not talk to me for days and I'm not gonna go anywhere. I just need you to... Look, even if you break up with me, Evan, even if you leave, I'm gonna be at your house at 3 a.m. every fucking night with a radio playing some stupid love song. I'll steal your stupid cat. I'll start taking your clothes. I'll break into your house. And pretty soon you'll have nothing. You'll have to talk to me. I'm telling you.
Look, he'll like move his hand up, kind of grab her chin and bring her gaze up to meet his.
Her cheeks are pretty flushed,
Well
like she doesn't know, like this is just a really rushed confession. Like she's like, oh fuck. So there's a wildness in her eyes when she looks at you.
I'm not going anywhere.
The relief you feel in her is instant. Like her shoulders relax.
I might be pissed at you because it feels like you don't trust me at times. But just trust me with what you can. And we'll try and work through this.
I just really don't want you to get hurt. Okay? Like what Julian is like so, like it's...
He's a Twilight bastard.
Yeah, sure. Maybe with like a little bit of Cujo and a fuck ton of Michael Myers with a slice of Freddy Krueger and then like super narcissism behavior. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. He bleeds, he can die.
Whoa, I'm not talking. I don't think we should kill him. No, I mean we can definitely break his arms and shit, but we can't. If we kill, we'll be in way a lot of trouble if we kill him.
Well, I mean, he kind of gestures towards his hand that's still covered in his blood.
Oh my god, are you hurt? Wait, is this his?
Uh-huh.
You did that to him? You... Oh. Huh.
He kind of sighs a little bit. I didn't hear from you, and all I saw was this fucking bastard driving your car.
Thanks for trying to protect the baby. I appreciate it. I'm sorry he broke my phone. I'm gonna need to borrow yours to call my brother.
Would Evan's phone have actually survived being yeeted?
Roll a d10! 6 or above, yes. 5 or below, it is gone. It is done. Toast.
That is 9.
Oh yeah, phone's good.
He'll just pull it out and slide it to her, kind of looking a little bit surprised that it's not shattered like his glasses.
She like grins. That's good. At least your phone survived. Sorry about your aviators. I know you love them.
Those are the cheap ones. The jacket's kind of the real thing I'm annoyed about. He's looking down at the sleeve, seeing where it's warmer in places.
We'll get another one.
We get to go to the thrift shops now. Look at the price side.
She laughs. Fucking loves thrift shopping. Maybe we can take Kappa.
Maybe. Who's Kappa with again?
I don't think he's with anybody, but he's kid who works for me is crushing on him. So.
Oh, then bring that kid too.
She like thinks for a second. All right. I mean, I think Noah's cute.
Yeah. I don't think I've met him.
Oh, he's a darling. I try not to bring him too close so my swashbuckling antics, my bodice-ripping title self doesn't, rub off on him and make him tarnished. That kid, so innocent. He's probably never even, I don't know, touched thighs with a stripper.
That's one way to put it.
It's the only way to put it.
But your brother, you need to call him.
Yeah, fuck. Right. Sorry. Thank you. And she stands up and she tucks some hair behind her ears. She looks at you and she's like, I think it's really cool that you... And she motions her hand. And then she kind of twirls and walks a few steps away and dials a number. Do you try and listen?
Yeah.
Okay, roll a wits and awareness.
Three success.
2 or 3? Sorry.
3. Sorry.
3. Okie dokie. All right. You hear her side of the conversation. Hey, kind of a code red, not quite. Maybe yellow at this point. Right, get to the point. Julian's in town. She kind of pulls the phone away, and someone's like, "What the fuck? I didn't invite him. No, I didn't steal anything from him either. I returned." And she waits. And then she gets really hissy and is like, "I fucking returned everything that I took from him in the first place, okay? I didn't want anything to do with him. All of his shit, I sent it back. No, I didn't put a fucking return address. Yes, he would know it was me. Oh, God, you're such a pain in the ass. Yeah, can you pick me up? I don't care. Steal somebody's car. And then just put it back where you found. No. If you call Dad. Oh my God. I don't give a shit if you're in the middle of a movie. Come get me. And then she hangs up. After more blah, 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 blah. And she's like, oh, sorry about that. Hands you the phone.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I need to get back to where I was.
yeah, let's go.
think.
We can walk, right?
Yeah, I need to make a call while we're on our way.
Sure.
He'll kind of take the door and tuck it behind some bushes.
Okay. She, like, gives it a little kiss, like, kisses her hands and then touches it and is like, I love you, little Wanji. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Evan will kind of smile at that, then he'll just flick through his phone and tap the contact that's just labeled J to call them.
Oh, gotcha. There needs to be different music for this.
Oh no.
They answer with a gruff voice. They just say, speak.
I'm sorry to call you. I know you're on vacation. I'm supposed to be meeting with Sigmund tonight, and something happened. I got delayed. Do you think you can send somebody to pick and take me there?
I will send someone for you. No need to tell me where you are. Child of mine.
Thank you. And again, I'm sorry about this. I'll make it up to you.
No apologies necessary.
And then you hear, you're not sure what he's doing, but you have an idea when you kind of hear like the faint moan in the background. Very likely he was in the middle of feeding, but he has your ringer set to a very specific sound. He just shushes whoever it is, probably using, his mind bullets. And he says,
Are you injured? Do I need to return?
No, but I need to call you later and fill you in with what happened.
I will be done by 3 a.m.
All right. I'll give you a call then, if not a little later, whenever I'm in with Sigmund.
Okay. He says, very well. And he hangs up. All right, Chron, I'm gonna whisper you. Whisper, 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 whisper. Whisper, whisper, whisper.
Whisper, whisper, whisper.
Okay, I whispered you in all caps. Okie doke. Okie doke. So after you hang up the phone, Delta like slowly slides into the front of your vision. Her eyes are bright, and alight with like excitement from your pseudo fight. There's just curiosity burning, like, yes? You say that, and she lifts her eyebrows, like, mm-hmm.
I called a ride. He points to the phone as he's slowly putting it back.
Sorry, say that one more time. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I called us a ride. Evan says he points to the phone as he slowly puts it back in his pocket.
Oh, great. Like a private Uber or like like I shouldn't ask questions.
That one.
Oh. Ooh, that gives you kind of a mysterious air. Kind of digging that. She like moves a little closer, like tip, tip, tip. Her shoulders like swinging. It's a really odd movement. It kind of makes you smile. So we just have like a few minutes to just kind of chill here?
Yeah.
Oh. Her hands.
Usually they're pretty punctual.
Her hands slip around your waist. Well then, I guess I'll just take you to the snuggle dungeon! And she rubs her face on your chest.
He kind of laughs at this and just embraces her.
Yep. Her face is just back and forth like she's motorboating you. And soon after, and in the middle of the motorboating, the car pulls up. The ghoul behind it lowers the glasses to look at you above the rims, and then simply slides them back up as if it is none of their business.
If you're done enjoying the pecs, they're actually here.
She pulls back. Oh, whoa, that was hecka fast. She looks at you.
He kind of gives her a soft kiss on the top of the head.
Looks at the car, and you're moving forward. She'll come with you. The ghoul gets out and opens your door. And he says, "Sir? Madame?"
Thank you. Evan will say as he lets Delta go in first.
Okay. She's like,
Then follow behind her.
holy shit, look at this interior. Are these mini glasses of, or like little bottles of wine? She's like pulling them out of the little freezer.
Don't touch those, please.
She puts them in her purse.
No.
She puts one back.
Del.
She puts the second one back.
Del.
The driver says it's perfectly fine if my lady requires drink.
And she motions at the driver and looks at Evan with a little sheepish, impish look. Hmm? He says it's okay, so she grabs the two she put back. See? She puts them in her purse.
We'll just give a defeated sigh. Just.
Waste not, want not.
I better not find those in your purse like 2 weeks later.
She winks. And you guys head back to the mausoleum. And we'll very slowly fade out from this scene. We'll slide across town. Daniel. Halfway through the movie, Sigma's phone starts buzzing from his bedroom, and it's a wild song. Noah, you instantly clench because it's a song that he's danced for you to before. And he gets up, making sure to brush everyone's thighs as he does.
Oh, God.
Crunching on the frozen hot dogs, which he has a third package. And he heads into the bedroom while the movie plays. He's gone for a few minutes, and when he comes back, Daniel, he says, "Hey, could I give you like $50 to borrow your car?"
No. First off, no. Second, why do you need my car?
Well, I mean, why would I tell you why if you're just gonna say no?
But it doesn't make any sense.
Because you're already taking my house. So
Literally, if you were like, tell me why and then I'll decide, then probably I'd tell you why. But if you're just gonna be like, fuck you, no. Like, why would I tell you?
all right, why do you need my car?
Does that mean it's gonna be a less of a no now? Like it's leaning more towards like a maybe?
The longer you tell me what's going on, less likely it's gonna be.
Look, I
a
just
yes.
want to clarify where we're at, Daniel. I'm trying to be really straightforward with you here. We more towards a maybe?
Daniel's like, more towards a maybe, Sigma. So please tell me what is going on that you need my car.
All right. My little sister needs a ride. I guess somebody roughed her up a little bit and took her car.
And Zeta like straightens.
And she says, who? Julian.
And she kind of growls a bit. And she stands. And then like catches herself and looks at you. Because it's your car. But the protectiveness is instant.
Family of yours?
Kappa suddenly chimes in and says, is she okay?
Julian? Should we ask Alpha for help? And Sigma's like, fuck no! I can do it. We don't need to fucking call Alpha. Fuck that guy. Alright. I'll give you $50 if you drive us to go pick up my little sister, huh?
Keep the $50. I'll drive.
Hell yeah. I don't have $50 anyways.
It sounds crowded.
I didn't figure you had the amount of hot dogs you buy.
He laughs. No, it's not crowded at all. Why don't you come on in? There'll be plenty of room. You can sit on somebody's lap.
Camaros or not, have you looked at the seating in that? We'll just take my bike. We'll follow.
He just looks at you. It's a pretty solid stare that speaks volumes.
6 grown-ass adults are not gonna fit in a Camaro.
He's not wrong, Sigma.
Alright, so we'll take the Camaro, and you kids will take the bike.
I mean, the 4 of you are gonna have a hard enough time fitting in there, but let alone the 6 of us. So yeah, we'll follow.
He stretches, and he's like, alright, let me go put a shirt on.
And when he comes back, he's only wearing a vest.
That's not a shirt.
Of course he is.
He's like, alright, let's go.
And in his back pocket, you see he's got that, like, the zip-tied, like, bunch of ramen noodles in his back pocket, like, bulging out of his back pocket. Like,
What the?
yeah.
Of course he does. Anyways.
Alright, well, like, cool, I guess we're going. Let's not make your sister wait, yeah?
Oh, yeah. He's headed out the door. He's holding it open. He's gonna lock up so nobody steals his TV.
the only valuable thing in the trailer. Oh god.
As you're headed
All right.
outside, Daniel, Zeta says, Julian was a kin. I suspect now he's a full-fledged Garu. Like the rest of us. Bad news.
Cool. Expect trouble. Wonderful.
If he's there, yeah. But the primary objective should be getting Delta somewhere safe, not killing Julian. Taking him out would cause problems with another pack, whose territory is not far from here.
He can't. Daniel just can't help but like let out a little grunt and just like frustration now.
In the back of your mind, your beast moves like a giant slithering creature. It doesn't care about the packs. It wants blood, if that's what the night demands.
Alright. I'll try not to kill him. But I'm not gonna make any promises.
Zeta bites her lip and says, then maybe you should let me and Sigma handle it.
Absolutely not.
If you can't keep control of yourself and you accidentally slip. She's just giving you this worried look. And Sigma's in the back of your Camaro already, just waiting.
If I start slipping, that's where you come in.
I don't want to hurt you, Daniel.
That's not what I mean. He just gives her a look like... For lack of better terms, if Daniel starts breaking chains, Zeta's going to be the one that's... Probably the other one that's going to be able to bring him back. Maybe.
She bites her lip. All right.
Wonderful. Now I think there's a passenger seat waiting for you.
That kind of makes her chuckle a little bit. And as she walks past you, her hands brush your knuckles. And she says, "What if I want to ride on the driver's seat?"
I apologize. I was drinking water. Oh god.
Her eyes just flash a lupine gold. This is the familiar Zeta. Your beast, her beast. Whew. You can feel her throwing waves of heat. But she gets into the passenger seat. And as she does, she makes sure to do it slow and deliberate.
God, I'm gonna roll real fast. It's just I guess a quick composure and resolve or something like that, or just to be a straight composure. I don't know.
Okay.
That caught me by surprise. Cool, no successes. Daniel has to involuntarily swallow and visibly refocus because he was entirely unprepared for that. He'll hop in the driver's seat.
In the back, you hear crunch, 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 crunch. And Sigmund sniffs the air and is like, smells kind of, And he just taps more of the noodle flavor on the dry noodles and continues to eat them in your fucking Camaro.
Sigma,
Uh,
are you making a fucking mess in the back of my car as the Camaro roars to life?
you see his hand move and brush some off the seat? No?
I fucking swear to God. Now I might actually charge you those $50 just to clean it.
51s come out, in between you and Zeta.
Why do you have them?
In
Never
ones?
mind.
That's a good boy. And he pats your chest.
No, he's not. No, he's not letting the money get him. He's gonna grab those $50.
Yeah,
Just takes it.
You don't know where they've
Just takes
been.
it.
You don't know where they.
I don't.
They're
I
all-
don't want.
They're a little
I don't want to
moist.
know. I don't want to know where they've been.
Good
Just
boy,
gonna
Daniel.
Throw him in the glove.
He
Throw
just
him in the
pats you.
glove box.
Pats you on the chest. All right. This is the address.
You
Apparently,
want to get there. You want to get there safe or fast?
just don't get pulled over. And he buckles up.
Fast it is. And no, you just hear that fucking engine just roars, and he just peels out of there.
Okay.
Question.
Yep.
Would I know enough about Mass to be able to have a good gauge on where police activity is higher?
Roll a dexterity and a drive.
Okay. Let's see. Let those hunger die. Okay. Math. So. Okay, so 4 successes and 1 critical, so 8.
Yes. You are aware of usually where speed traps are, what they're doing. I'll even allow you to have a police scanner in the Camaro if you'd like.
Oh, hell yeah.
So that is a gift from your security that watches your home during the day. He probably came by with it like a couple weeks ago. Like, hey, look at this thing I bought. Don't ask me where I actually got it. And you take off. You're an excellent driver, and Zeta actually giggles, and Sigma's like, "Oh!" and he holds onto the whole oh shit handle, and his like hands spread out, and the ramen noodles like fly on your floor. He's like, "Oh, good! Holy fucking man!" Yeah, at one point, like Zeta reaches over and squeezes your knee, and Sigma's like, "God, I knew you were kind of in the fucking crazy oh!" and you're just like around corners.
I'm just drifting around intersections, just
smooth and calm as can be. The car slips like it's on ice. You're absolutely in control. Meanwhile, back at the trailer, you're just getting the motorcycle started. And Kappa holds his phone in front of you. This is the address, but I'm sure they'll probably have it half-handled by the time we get there. Are you sure you are okay helping with this, Noah? I know you had something to do. Someone to look for?
I mean, we already tried looking for them tonight, right?
Yeah, I just... And you can feel him, like, shifting behind you, which kind of makes your body, like, oh. He's rubbing his thighs, which sort of push them into yours. And he's like, I just don't want you to get in trouble.
Yeah, we already discussed it. I'll just, tell them I'll try again tomorrow. Yeah, it'll be fine.
Okay.
Besides, I mean, yeah, I wanna help you too. So we'll go, and even if it's already half-handled, you can still check on her.
Okay. Thank you. And
Yeah,
then,
of course.
And then he kind of folds into you, his little arms wrapping around your middle, and he fits just perfect.
Noted. And yeah, he'll drive not as fast as Daniel.
Okay, we're gonna meanwhile here, but only for the sake of the drive. Malcolm.
Yes.
From the courthouse to the family manor, you have spent the last hour and some minutes playing nice, passing pleasantries, almost counting the minutes that you are alone, left to your own devices. Before the family disperses, Octavian says that if you have any questions and you feel uncomfortable at any point with Lady Magdalene, he is more than happy to do what he likes to call citing your bloodline, which is tracing your Ventru bloodline all the way back to the progenitors. He'll protect you. But there's an underlying caveat. He will protect you
if he deems it necessary. If you bring danger, but he thinks your fear is unfounded, you know he will make you do it anyways. And a part of you doesn't mind. But that could just be the bond. I need you to roll a composure and a resolve, please.
Okay. Sure. And resolve. Seven.
Now that Omega is in the picture, it feels different. The bond is not as secure. Like there's a thread in the weave between you and Octavian that's cut, that's frayed. And the scissors are Omega. Now that you're finally alone, what do you do?
Once Malcolm is alone, he is going to retire to one of the side rooms and take out his phone, and he would like to send a text message or check on a message that he has sent.
Okay, the message has been returned. He's healing well. He's taking a bath.
He'll text back, "Out of town, do you need anything?"
You get back, "Not from you." And then he sends a little angry cat gif that's squinting.
He just rolls his eyes at that. And he's going to take a walk through the house, see who's there and who isn't, and get a lay of the land. Essentially, he is seeing if it would be possible to slip out from under Octavian's nose.
Okay, roll an intelligence and investigation.
All right. Intelligence and investigation. That is 1 success.
You don't run into any of your siblings. You do run into a couple of servants, ghouls, cleaning and preparing the home. Octavian is in his study. He seems to be on the phone and otherwise preoccupied. In fact, when you pass by, he doesn't even notice you.
Given that, Malcolm, as he's walking, he almost dismisses the ghouls as if they're not there, just kind of part of the background. Given that he thinks he can sneak out without Octavian's knowledge, he's going to leave his phone behind and try to leave the house and head back into the city.
Roll a dexterity and a stealth.
Dexterity and stealth. 2 successes.
You think you've been successful?
Okay. Then he will try to make his way back into the city
on his own, taking one of the cars or having one of the ghouls drive him.
Which one do you do?
I'm gonna say he's gonna look for the ghoul that had eyed him before on the drive-in. I can't remember his name. Max?
It is Max, yes.
And see if he can get him to drive him back into the city.
Ooh, okay. Okie dokie. You're gonna need to roll an investigation and a wits to find him. Mm-hmm.
And a wits. 3 successes.
You find him out back, lounging by the pool deck, smoking a blue cigar with a glass of scotch.
Malcolm will walk over and stop just to the left of him.
He sighs.
Mm.
I'm on break.
I suppose I can wait.
He just blinks slowly and looks at you.
Malcolm raises an eyebrow and looks back down at him.
He gets a curious look, like he was judging, inciting your motives. And he sits up a little bit. And he points at you with a hand that's got the cigarette between his fingers. You're up to something. I see it.
His smile widens from a smirk into a grin, and there is this edge of like almost a childish mischief to his face because he's absolutely up to something. Feel like taking a drive?
Is the moon almost full?
Malcolm just grins.
Okay. He stands, and that's when you realize that underneath like his suit, his suit's all crumpled and rolled up and probably like hasn't been washed. He doesn't have a tie on. The shirt is a little bit stained and open. You realize he doesn't have any shoes or socks on right now, and he slides on a pair of flip-flops. All right. Where are you going?
Back into the city. There's someone I need to check on.
And I need to be quiet about this, I'm assuming? Or does His Majesty know or not know?
Malcolm's face kind of scrunches up at that, and he looks at Max. Discretion might be appreciated here. We can call it a favor owed.
Oh, wow. Fucking favor from the Crown Prince. That's a pretty big deal. Alright. As long as I don't get fucked over by the king, I'll play your game. He sort of,
If we're quick, he won't even notice.
like, kind of jacks up his slacks a bit and is like, slams the rest of the scotch, sets it down, and says, let's go. You track the movement as he slams it down on the table next to like the lounge chair, and you see the book that he's reading. It's written in very, very old, archaic symbols. Roll an intelligence and occult for me.
Intelligence and occult. 1 success.
You don't get a very good look at it, but there's something nagging at the back of your mind as he lifts this it's a pretty small book. And he closes it, very old leather. He slips it into the front inside pocket of his suit. There's something about it. Whether you mention it or not, it's up to you. So he starts moving forward towards the garage.
Malcolm follows him and kind of falls into step beside him. Didn't take you for much of a reader.
Funny, huh? Sort of throw off that whole I don't give a fuck vibe.
Curious book of yours.
Look, kid. You don't want to ask. You don't want to know. Because the less you know, the less likely your whole Little Miss Tuffet, your whole Humpty Dumpty, your whole golden boy isn't gonna get fucked over, fall off a cliff, and splatter. You feel? If you ask, I'm compelled to tell you. But I'm asking, do you really want to know?
I do. What is it?
He, like, looks away, shakes his head, keeps walking, takes a long drag, pauses, and over his shoulder he says, the Book of Nod. You ever heard of it?
No. What is it?
He takes another long drag. You're a fucking Kindred and you don't even know. Let's talk further away from the house.
Well, it's a long drive.
I'm gonna ask you again, Malcolm. You really want to know?
You can't feed me pieces of information and not give me the rest.
He doesn't open his mouth about it until you guys are in the car. And when you're in the car, and he starts driving, he's still smoking, windows rolled up, almost hotboxing the two of you. He says, the Book of Nod, Malcolm. It's vampiric text, kind of a religious thing for Kindred. It's a book about Cain. Big old Daddy Cain. The whole starter of your series, your book line, your scent of perfume. Your blood comes from him.
Huh. Our line, or
The whole fucking race. Is that enough for you?
why do you have it?
It's always been mine.
It didn't take you for the type to play into old myths.
You think Cain's a myth? Funny. So funny.
You say anything else to him? Because you can tell he is absolutely trying not to tell you, but because he is dominated and ruled by Octavian's blood, and usually kept on a very tight leash, he's compelled. But boy, you can tell that he does not want to tell you shit.
I think Malcolm will let it go for the rest of the drive, but he doesn't try to hide. It's sparked curiosity in him. He's letting it go for what he perceives to be a kindness to Max.
Okay. Roll an intelligence and an insight.
Okay, intelligence.
And as you're rolling that, we're going to take another quick bathroom break.
Okay.
And we'll be right back after these messages to find out maybe what this ghoul is hiding. And we are back. All right. Malcolm, remind me what you got on that roll.
I rolled 3 successes.
The line of questioning drying up is something Max appreciates. And eventually, as you're coming in to the city boundary, he says,
So this person you want to see, you gonna need like a body bag or anything like that? Any protection? Or am I just dropping you off and lingering?
I shouldn't need protection. You can drop me off, and if you think you won't be missed, I'd appreciate the company, but if you need to get back, I can find my way.
We could hang out for a while. When you say company, you want me to wait in the car? Or you want me to come in with you?
You can wait in the car. I should be fine on my own.
Sounds good.
that's all he says. Just a moment of friendly connection. You think you've earned a couple of points in his book. He might prove to be a useful ally. One who's more than maybe he seems. Despite his flip-flops and should be nice and pristine suit. His mess, despite all that. He might actually know what he's talking about. Where do you tell him to go?
First, Malcolm wants to go back to his house.
Okay.
When he gets there, he is going to I'm trying to decide. Would it be possible for him to have a second phone, like a burner phone, with his resources?
Roll a d10. How many dots and resources do you have?
Great question. 2.
Okay, with 2, absolutely. If it was 1,
Okay.
I would make you roll. But yes, with 2, absolutely.
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he's going to take out that phone and he's going to send another message to he's gonna send another message to Gamma and he's gonna ask where they are.
The message you get back is, go away.
Don't make me hunt for you, he sends back.
This is not your house, it's mine.
If I don't come there, what are the odds you're gonna be able to keep him in one place?
He sends back a ... and then it's the angry squinty cat gif. You lied to him. Why would he come find you? Is what he finally texts.
I have a lot of explaining to do, and I can't do that if I'm not face to face with him. He deserves that.
You see like the 3 dots, like he's texting, like he's typing, and then they stop. And they start again, then they stop. Finally, the message you get back is, what if he doesn't want to talk to you?
He sends back, then I'll leave, but I want to hear it from him.
You can't come inside the house.
I thought it was your house.
You can't come in. We'll meet you at... And he sends you an address. And it's not a home address. It's Park Square. Public place.
He just sends back, all right, I'll be there.
Okay.
And then he heads down to get a ride to the address.
Okay, Max is still waiting. He's reading that little neat book of his. He folds it up and puts it back in his pocket as you approach. He gets out, opens your door, whole 9 yards, slips in the driver's side and says, "Where can I take you, sir?"
He gives him the place that Gamma had text to him.
Okay, roll a wits and awareness.
Wits and awareness. Throwing my dice around. 1, 2, 3 successes.
Okay. You notice that Max looks out through the driver's side window at the trees that are fenced off across the street from your apartment. And he stares just a heartbeat too long. Like he sees something.
Everything all right?
As he pulls away from the curb, he doesn't confirm nor deny. He just asks you a very solid question.
Do you believe in spirits, Malcolm?
I didn't. But tonight's been strange.
Oh, yeah? Strange, how so?
I went into those woods and something happened.
So
Not sure what.
Can you describe it to me?
I lost time. That's why I was late to the courthouse.
Ah.
Is that all that happened? You just went in
Hold on.
and forgot where you were?
Hold on, I'm looking for something real quick. I should have written it down. That would have made my life easier, but I didn't. How well do you know the history of this city, Max?
Pretty okay, I guess.
Does the name Elias Bain mean anything to you?
Can't say that it does. I can look into it for you, though.
I'd appreciate it. Not sure how it's connected to all of this, but it is.
All of losing time?
Whatever's happening in those woods.
I can tell you what's happening in those woods. And then
What's that?
His eyes settle on yours in the rearview mirror. He says, "Spirits. The veil is thin. There's a lot of activity. A lot of pissed off fucking activity."
Suppose I shouldn't go traipsing through those woods on a whim then.
Not unless you want to bring something home with you.
At that, his jaw kind of clenches and Malcolm looks away from the reflection. A little concerned that he might have already done so.
You touch anything while you were in there? Eat anything? Then he winces and says, drink from anything? And then he winces more and says, mumbles, fuck anything.
Getting awful personal in those questions of yours, aren't you, Max?
They're kind of necessary to know for my job.
Unless it happened when I lost time. Not that I can recall.
So you didn't wake up and you were salivating or wet anywhere? And you can tell he's a little awkward asking you this.
Malcolm still grins, beginning to question the efficiency of these questions, Max.
Just answer the question.
Not that I was aware of.
Then you probably don't have something following you.
Great. It's one less thing to worry about. What did you see when you looked in the woods?
Activity. The veil. It's thin.
It's a useful skill to have.
Yup. And he says that with like a bitterness. You pull up at the park, and he glances around at the wide expanse of empty. And he puts everything in a park.
Should I leave the car running?
No. I think it might be a little bit. And Malcolm will get out of the car.
Okay. He cuts the engine and he stays inside the car. And with that, we fade back. And we slide to a pristine home. Clean as a whistle. New carpet and counters. Jihoon,
Yes.
you know that your home is empty as you're pulling into your garage. That it isn't empty, sorry. Is not? Did I say is not? Isn't. Is not. 0.
It isn't empty or it is empty?
It is not empty. You remember that there is 2 people potentially inside. And the agitation returns.
Fuck. Fuck. Jihoon kind of just slams his fist, not hard, but like almost rhythmically on the driver's wheel.
Okay, the mini mist in your smartwatch makes a very, very high-pitched mechanical voice and says, Ji-hoon, are you anxious?
I was trying to get away from distractions just to fucking forget that my whole entire house. Goddamn distraction. Fuck. He picks up his laptop bag. Picks up his stuff, his phone. Engages the car alarm. Has an Apple ID tag that he puts under his seat. Oh, fuck. I swear to God. If anything's out of place when I get up there, I'll... Okay. He picks up his stuff and he gets out of the car, locks up the door, goes to his apartment.
Roll a wits and awareness.
Throwing dice. Oops. 2 successes.
All right. You open the front door. Not a single thing is out of place, except the pair of boots that are set in your shoe holder. You move through the apartment, the home.
He puts his keys in a little bowl on the side table that as he comes in the door, there's like a little tray where he puts his keys.
Okay.
Takes off his shoes. Hello?
There's no answer.
Hello?
Where do you move in your home? Where do you go?
Goes to the first place he thinks he'll be. The kitchen.
There's no one in the kitchen. It's quiet.
Goes to the living room.
From the living room, you hear a very soft sound.
Hello?
It sounds like hands moving through water and deep masculine murmurs coming from the restroom.
Ji-hoon puts his laptop bag on the table neatly. Puts everything else down in an orderly way and makes his way to the bathroom and knocks on the door. Hello?
The door is slightly ajar. So though your intention is to knock and say hello, you can't help but listen. There is a croak and a groan, and a very, very deep voice you don't recognize that just says,
I hurt. All this time. All this time.
and you hear Gamma. I know, man. I know. But let's finish stitching this up, okay? I can't have you bleeding out all over Ji-hoon's anything. He doesn't like mess. So, I'm gonna finish, okay? Just stay with me. You cry if you need to.
Just hold on. Squeeze my arm if it's too much, okay? Hey. Oh, hey. Hey.
And then you hear the water move. And when you peek in, you see that Gamma is embracing this very large male who's just... his limbs are just hanging out of your tub. And there's this hole in his chest that looks raw. It's half sewn. You see the bag for the frozen turkey, but the turkey's gone. Nothing left. And the big man... oh, this stranger clings to Gamma. And his shoulders shake. The water ripples. Do you still say hello?
Jihoon's gonna go grab the first aid kit.
Okay. As you turn away, I need you to roll a rouse check.
That's a fail.
Okay. You feel your fangs descend into your jaw, and that unfamiliar presence that has only been there a few weeks rears its ugly presence, pushing at the cage that is your skull. Images of biting that raw, open wound, of licking your way into its depth, of taking your fingers and pulling the stitches to allow it to bleed free cross your mind.
No. Jihoon kind of puts his fist over his mouth. Fuck. I just want to help. Kind of like slaps both of his cheeks. You have a job to do. Get the first aid kit. Just get the first aid kit. It's gonna be fine. He's giving himself a pep talk. Everything is fine. He'll grab it and he'll try to go back into the bathroom and he'll slowly open the door. Can I help?
As you push the door open, you come face to face with Omega. Gamma. Fuck. He's looking at you with those blue silver eyes.
Hi.
Hi. And he glances behind him, and you hear the water shift. He's like, "Hey, don't get up." And he says,
I thought this was your home. Did you lie? Yeah, but it was my home, but now it's just under new management. Just hold on. He's a nice guy. Don't get up. Fucking don't get up.
Hey.
You push back. You push past Gamma.
Yes.
Okay. Coming face to face with this much raw, undressed male is kind of overwhelming for Jihoon. Make a rouse check.
Oh, shit. Success.
Okay. Both of your carnal hunger swirl and tighten your lower belly. Oh, you want to take a bite. He is perfect in how he's built, and he's standing. Trying to make himself small. He's bracing himself like he's still hurting. His chest is sewn, but still dripping.
Hi.
I am very sorry.
You can...
We can leave.
No, you can sit.
There are dark circles under his eyes and his cheeks are hollow. He's lost a lot of blood.
Just sit down, please.
Okay, he doesn't sit, he just falls. And the water kind of splashes up. And his eyes do a little bit of a rolling. And Gamma's like,
He needs to eat.
Eat what?
Food. But he's kind of a special case.
What does he need?
and Omega shakes his head no.
And Gamma's like, come on.
Gamma, just tell me what he needs. For fuck's sakes, he's bleeding out my goddamn tub. Just fucking tell me, what do you need?
He says, I'm okay.
What do you need? My house. My rules. What do you need?
Ooh, okay. As soon as you say my house, my rules, there's something that shifts in him and you feel it. This primal understanding that you are the alpha here. And he actually moves all that long curly hair to expose his neck that has a very tight collar around it. A show of submission.
What the fuck?
I don't want to frighten you, so I wish not to say. But if you demand, as this is your territory, I will tell you.
Ji-hoon looks at Gamma. What the fuck?
He just needs a lot to eat, okay? Like, is there a grocery store nearby, or do you have any, like, a freezer with, like, raw meat or anything like that?
You're not making any sense.
Yeah.
Okay, what the fuck is this?
It's my brother. This is my brother.
Hi, I'm Ji-hoon. This is my house.
He stays in the submissive position.
What do you need? Guy in my tub?
He says flesh and bone and blood.
What?
Gamma, like, goes to say something, and Omega lifts his hand.
Shut the fuck up, Gamma. What kind of blood?
Any.
And then his eyes flash. Raw, green, pale as they look up at you.
But I also eat the spirit.
What?
And he looks down.
Okay, if you... Oh, wait. What? I have something that can help. Gamma. Just give me a second. Give me a second, okay? Just stay here, okay? And Ji-hoon's going to go to his room because in his room he has a mini fridge in his closet. Where inside is piled with blood bags for himself. And he grabs as much as he can carry, kind of stumbling back to the bathroom, carrying armfuls of blood bags.
Okay. When you get back in there, Gamma's holding O, and O is sagged, and Gamma's like shaking him. He's like, "Hey, hey!"
Is this gonna help?
Fuck. Yeah. And he grabs a couple of bags and he tears them open with his teeth, and you see that
the odd, like, double canine. Fangs, like yours, just a little bit different. And he tilts O's head back, like he's in the tub with him. And he tilts his head back, so his chin's like feeling. He pops open that. You can't help but notice how beautiful the jaw is, right? He's really beautiful. Like he's whew. And he just starts dumping it in. And he grabs another one from you, tears it open with his teeth, and dumps it in. After the 6th bag, the big body jerks in the tub, and the growl that ripples out, you need to roll a frenzy check.
How do I roll that?
So on your sheet, there is just that frenzy.
You just want me to click it?
Yeah.
What's the difficulty?
Just put 1.
Okay. Does that work?
Mm-hmm. Okay. When he jerks to life, this growl that reverberates the mirror that's mounted, right? It makes the light flicker. You feel the fear, this primal fear. Gamma shoots out of the tub and shields you with his body, growling back. And the two of them have a stare-off. But O's eyes are unfocused, unclear. The muscles at his neck are straining. You hear this hissing as the silver of the collar burns him. And Gamma says, "Don't make me fucking hurt you. He's not yours." It takes a minute. But O calms. And his breath comes in great heaves. And then his eyes instantly water. And he says, "I'm sorry." And he shuts the curtain. And you hear him crouch down in the water. Even though he doesn't fit in your tub, he tries to be very, very small.
It's okay. Right?
Gamma says, Can you give us a second, June?"
Yeah.
And he touches your face really gently and brushes your hair back, and there are emotions playing behind his gaze that you don't really recognize.
Are you okay?
Yeah. And he kind of leads you out of the bathroom. And that look hasn't left his expression. And he responds finally,
"I'm just really glad you're okay."
and then he closes the door to the bathroom. And you hear the two of them talking softly. And eventually, you hear O open the curtain. Do you try to listen to their conversation, or do you just stand there a little stunned?
I think Ji-hoon would respect their privacy, and he would go do the one thing that, besides technology, because that was already a shit show and a half today, he has something else that he just likes to do. So he goes to the corner and grabs his Korean zither and just will play some music.
Roll a performance,
Okay.
and whatever
mental or physical attribute you would like to roll with that.
Mental or physical attribute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Four successes.
You get a little bit lost playing. You hear the shower come on. You hear it turn off. And it's not only Gamma who emerges from the bathroom, but this massive male. Pushing 7 feet tall. He kind of ducks a little bit. The minute he sees you, he falls to a knee, and he makes Gamma get down on a knee as well. And Gamma's like, "Ooh!" And he grabs Gamma's head and forces it down. And he shows the same sign of submission and says,
Thank you for the use of your house. Apologies for my disrespectful little brother.
You can come sit on the couch if you want.
I wouldn't want to stain it, sir.
Hold on, I have a towel. And Ji-hoon will run to try to get a towel to put on the couch.
okay. When you return, they're in the same position, but Gamma's like fighting against the hold, and he looks like a kitten. Like Omega has just one palm on his head, and Gamma just can't get it off. Like he's trying, no avail.
You can sit on this. Just, do you need anything else?
When you say you can sit on this, then he lets Gamma go, and Gamma like springs up to his feet, and O gets up very slowly, and the way he moves is like a torn swath of silk. It's ginger and slow, like he's still in a lot of pain, and he very, very carefully, as small as he can, sits on the edge of the towel. And then he motions for Gamma, and Gamma comes over and sits on the floor.
Ji-hoon puts out his hand. Hi. I'm Ji-hoon.
He bows, even though he's sitting. He doesn't take your hand, and he says,
I am called Omega.
Okay. What happened?
a lot. But if you're
Why is...
referring to... And he reaches up to like the center of his chest where the wound was.
I was impaled.
Did someone do that to you?
Yes.
Ji-hoon will look at Gamma. Was it your family?
Gamma looks real pissed.
And Omega says, why do you ask?
Because I had to clean up Gamma earlier. That's why he's... Well, I guess that's why he knows. Guess that's why he's invading my house. Who did that to you?
I don't know how much you know. I understand this is your home, and I'm very grateful you allowed my disrespectful little brother to use it and to bring me therein. That being said, I don't wish to involve you in our family politics because they are complicated and they make me sad.
I don't know if you know who I am.
I do not know who you are. I've only just met you, but you seem very nice.
You didn't tell him, Gamma?
Gamma rubs his neck. I wanted him to decide for himself first, you know?
Fuck.
And then O gets this little knowing smile.
I see. You're involved with my family already, aren't you?
To be honest, I only knew of one side. I mean, I know who you are. But I don't know who you are. If that makes any sense.
His eyebrows kind of scrunch, and he tilts his head side to side.
I think it does. I don't want to color your opinion of anyone in my family. I want you to look at me and know that I love them all equally. And it was necessary.
He touches the wound in his chest. And he's wearing a shitty, blood-stained, torn shirt.
I know what you are. Do you know what I am?
I can assume you're like... You're like your... Yes. Kind of.
Okay. When my kind rage, we lose control. And when I lose control, it's very bad.
Sounds familiar.
He nods. Alpha had no choice. I would have killed him otherwise.
And Gamma's like, fuck that guy. And O looks at him.
Gamma. And Gamma's like, what? What? He wouldn't have fucking stopped if I hadn't have jumped him.
Alpha did this to you?
It was necessary. I would have killed him. I would have killed you both.
And Gamma's like, you wouldn't have fucking killed me. I would have just ran. Omega just shakes his head. And then he stands up from the towel. And his shoulders are curved forward, like he's trying to make himself very small, but he is a
colossal individual.
Thank you for the use of your home. I'm sorry to have taken so much of your space and time.
And he starts moving towards the front door.
I have a spare room.
He pauses.
You just have to promise to keep it clean.
Roll an intelligence and an insight.
Are we rolling for motives or anything?
Nope. This is just some extra, picking up some extra nuances in his expression and the line of his spine.
Okay. That's a crit and 3 successes, so, what is that? That's worth 4 and 7 total? Big brain intelligence, guys. Big brain.
Okay. You're pretty sure neither he nor Gamma have a home. You notice that Omega doesn't even have shoes. And he says,
Can...
you both like speak at the same time, and then he gets quiet.
Go ahead.
He turns to you and he gets down on his knees. And he moves his hair to one side and he bares his neck. Same sign of submission.
Are you sure?
Just promise to keep it clean. And just don't come in through the window. Okay?
Gamma just...
But it's so much cooler when I come in through the window, like Batman or some shit. And
You
Omega...
can be cool coming through the front door. You don't need to use the window.
Omega snaps his fingers, but it's really loud, and he glares, and Gamma's like, fucking gets on his knees. And then he does the same sign, but it's obviously petulant, and you get the distinct impression like a puppy.
Why do you do that?
Because this is your home,
Omega answers.
you are the sire, the king, the alpha of this domain, and we are intruders in your space. It's our custom, unlike this disrespectful pup.
And Gamma's like, yeah, whatever. I'm fucking human too. And Omega just looks at Gamma like, shut your mouth. And Gamma does.
Jihoon kind of chuckles.
Gamma flushes and looks away from you.
I like to think of myself as a progressive.
Says Gamma.
You don't need to do that anymore. It's really hard for Jihoon to invite people into his house, but seeing that they're brothers, it reminds him of his younger sister. It reminds him of his family. And he can see that Omega is vulnerable. That's just one thing that just kind of connects with him, is that he sees Gamma protecting his sibling. It just pulls on something in him. You don't need to do that in this house. I realize it may be a custom, but just... You can just be here.
As you wish.
And Omega stands, and again, you're struck by just how large, how imposing he would be. But he's also like a Tibetan Mastiff that's trying to just be a tiny widow Chihuahua. He's trying really hard. And Gamma just stands up and then like leans back on his hips, like that was fucking stupid, and this is annoying.
Do you need anything else to eat?
I will find my own meal. Please, I really...
And you're both like, blah, blah, blah.
Sure.
And Gamma's like, yes, he would like to eat. He needs to eat. Can I order a pizza? Could I go get you something? Oh, by the way. And he holds up his phone. Stupid ass called. And Jihoon, you see something in Omega shift, and he stands up a little straighter, a little more dominant. His eyes are no longer unfocused and submissive. They're sharp, like the predator that he actually is. But it's still... It's still like a golden retriever. Just excited.
Malcolm? Yeah, we're not going to see him, though.
How about that food? I'm ready to eat. And Omega closes the distance between the two of them, and he just puts his big hands on either side of Gamma's face, right on his neck, looking down at him. Gamma has to like crane the neck all the way up.
No fighting in my house, please. Please. If you need to go, it's fine. I don't want... There doesn't need to be any more blood in my house.
I would never, in my right mind, hurt a sibling. I am simply correcting a rude behavior with a question, little brother. Please. Gamma's like, fucking don't say please, like punch me. Please. Where is he?
Gamma hands over the broken phone. And you see Alpha shit. I'm getting all the siblings confused. You see Omega very tenderly cup the phone, but it's not the phone. It's the message. It's the person who typed the message beyond, and Jihoon, you have never seen someone read so tenderly, so obsessively, so reverently. His big hands dwarf the phone as he slides the conversation up. And then he returns the phone to Gamma and says, I will go alone. And Gamma's like, the fuck you are? The fuck you're going alone?
Who is it?
Omega doesn't hesitate. As he goes to the door, he says, my mate. And Gamma's like, no, he's the fucking asshole who left you alone.
You can't leave. You just got out of my bathtub with the... You can't go.
Omega like pulls his hand back stiffly from the door handle.
Oh, fuck. God damn it. Just... Your mate?
And Gamma's like, no, he's not.
Gamma, shut up, I'm not talking to you.
Look, and I'm telling you the truth. The guy lied to him for 9 years, okay? Left him to be tortured.
Did he have a choice?
Yeah, the fucker had a choice.
Did he really, though?
I mean...
I didn't have a choice.
Fucking hell.
Is he your mate? What is that?
Hmm.
What is...
I'm sorry.
Are they...
Omega's like, I will use... I love him. And Gamma just like head thrown back, looking up at the ceiling, pulling his hair. I don't actually think you know the meaning of the word. The guy lies to you, abuses you, leaves you, dumps you, punches you. And there's like a moment where the two brothers look at each other because Omega's like, don't talk about him like that. And Gamma's like, I don't give a fuck. Like, there's just sparks. Is like, again, that aggression like surges.
Okay, wait, stop. Stop. Okay, listen. For fuck's sake, just fucking listen. God damn it. You can't go out there. You're not even healed yet. You're just gonna make a mess everywhere. Just
You say he can't go, and he won't, but he stands in front of the doorway, watching the handle as if he is about to sob.
God. Just tell them to come here. Fuck. Just...
He immediately... Omega immediately turns to Gamma, and Gamma's like, oh, fuck my ass. And he pulls out his phone, and he's like, don't look at me with those fucking eyes. And Omega just says, please. And
Don't tell anyone.
Gamma texts. Too late, we're already telling the shitty ex.
I'm...
Tap, 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 tap.
This is a bad idea.
Oh, Gamma's like, yeah, you want me not to send it?
No, just...
It's a bad idea. I don't think we should send it.
Just... look at him.
Yeah, he looks like a puppy that's been beaten. You know who did that to him? Malcolm. That's who did that to him. Malcolm. Roll an intelligence and we'll say wits or insight, your choice.
We'll do insight. Any specifics to that one or no?
Nope.
Okay. Oh, beautiful. That's a nice 5 success.
What'd you get? Sorry.
5 successes.
Malcolm might be the Baron's childer.
Did you say Malcolm?
Yeah, I did.
You love Malcolm?
I can leave. I don't need to bring him here.
You can't go out there.
And he looks back at the door. And you see all of his muscles tense. Like a dog who's watching, pointing. They see what they want, but they're so well trained that they won't go for it.
You can't tell him this is my house. Okay? Listen, just... Do you even know who that is?
It doesn't.
Do you know who he is?
He's mine.
Just... Where did you tell him to meet you?
Gamma's the first to answer, and he says, the park, like 8 blocks away from your house. We could all go, so he doesn't know where you live. Please?
I don't know. I don't want anyone to get hurt. Tell him to go to the convenience store. It's right down the street. We'll go there and you can get a snack, right? And then he won't know, but... And then I'll decide. Okay?
Gamma sighs. I don't like that you're coming at all.
Me?
Yeah. Yeah. 'Cause if the fucking Baron finds out, what do you think's gonna happen to you?
You don't want your dad to know. Do you?
Fuck no. Omega tenses when you mention his father.
And you?
I will accept any punishment he lays upon me.
Why would he punish you?
It's complicated. Can we go? Please. And Gamma's like, fucking stop saying please, okay? Stop it. All right.
Just
convenience store? We'll get you a bunch of Funyuns or some shit?
Yeah, that's... Let me grab my wallet.
Okay, as you go to grab your wallet, you see peripherals. Omega closes the distance, and he embraces Gamma. And he puts a very tender kiss on the top of his little brother's head. And his little brother kind of pushes him off, but not exactly. It's just kind of a, come on, man. When you return, Omega is inches from the door. And Gamma is looking agitated and pacing.
Are you ready?
Omega nods, like, yes. And Gamma's like, fucking guess so.
Do you ever have anything good to say?
No. I mean, yeah. I mean, this whole... If anything happens to either of you, I'm gonna fucking lose it.
And what happens if something happens to you?
Doesn't matter.
Am I gonna have to stitch you back up again? You gonna bleed all over my floor?
He smiles and says, you're really fucking cute, you know that? And then Omega tests the door handle, turning it. And when you don't tell him to stop, he opens the door.
We have to walk together, okay?
You can tell that big body really just fucking wants to run. Just down to the convenience store. But he walks.
with your little tiny Asian legs.
I put up my hood, kind of hide inside of it.
Just so you know, you have to take like 8 steps to his 1. So he's like half stepping, and you're like.
You're really tall.
And he tries to make himself look a little smaller. I'm sorry.
No, it's not a bad thing. I'm kind of short and it's hard to keep up with you. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sorry.
All right. He doesn't say much after that. He sort of falls in step behind you. Gamma falls in step on the outside of the sidewalk. You get this distinct impression that he's protecting you from oncoming vehicles.
Swoons.
Malcolm,
Yes.
you smell him before you see him. And as you look up from where you're waiting, you find that his eyes are already on you. And we're going to take a small break right there. We are back. All right. Forgive me for the little borks in the background. Just imagine they're nighttime animals out and about. Perfect. Sigma makes a groaning sound as the Camaro comes to a smooth, halting stop, perfectly squared, right up next to a sedan, familiar from a previous scene. Evan, you see the Camaro as you and Delta are about halfway from the parking area of the cemetery to the mausoleum. Delta turns, she's got a hold of your arm, and she says, "Oh, I think that's my brother." The shortest man you've ever seen, that ripped, comes rolling out of the back of a Camaro. And he retches into the grass.
That's lovely.
That's my brother. Come on. Delta almost skips up to the man that's retching up.
Just wait here a minute. Evan will say to the ghoul.
Ghoul just waits casually. Sigma rolls onto
so
his
sorry
side.
about
He's like, "Holy fucking shit, man! Ugh. It's a good thing I brought more ramen noodles with me." And he pulls them out of his pocket.
Those are not getting back in my car.
Yeah. And he eats the crumbs, and he gets into the back seat floor, and he starts eating the crumbs there. Crunch.
I swear to God, get the fuck out of my car. I don't need your fucking saliva in the seats.
Look, I'm cleaning up. I'm fucking cleaning up. All right?
You paid me for a reason, jackass. Get out of the back seat.
Yeah, I'll pay you some more. Hold on. And he like licks his finger, and he like touches some of the crumbs and licks them, and touches more of the crumbs and licks them. At that point, the two of you are fighting. Zeta gets out, and she rushes for Delta. Delta lets go of Evan and rushes for her.
How long? Daniel gives Sigma like 5 seconds to get out of his back seat before he tries to drag him out.
You can try and drag him out. Go ahead and roll athletics and strength.
Okie dokie. Fucking leave your goddamn saliva in my backseat. Come here.
I'm just picking up. Oh, hold on. He's holding on to the edge. You like lift him like a board out, and he's holding on to the edge of your camera. He's like, "I'm trying to fucking clean it up, all right? Come on."
Oh my.
Hey,
Get the fuck
people
out.
pay me to get this fucking close.
What the fuck? Okay, strength and athletics. Excuse me as I get my dice pool.
Evan's just
fuck
watching this clown show, trying not to lose his shit laughing.
Okay, strength and athletics.
Okay.
7 successes.
All right, hold on. All right, you pluck him off, but it does take a bit of like manhandling. Like, gotta get up around his waist and his thighs and tug. Do you immediately drop him?
Yeah.
Okay, with his 6 successes, he holds onto you, and he makes it look like your prince is holding him. He's like, "Oh, you shouldn't have. I love being carried like I'm a little king. I like it.
Get off.
Want a picture of this?
I would love one."
Evan pulls out his phone. Just
He's gonna
snaps
try to
pictures.
throw. He's gonna try to throw Sigma off. He's like,
Oh, man, strike that pose.
Roll on strength and athletics, and Evan, go ahead and roll a dexterity and a melee since you are wielding a weapon. Quotations.
quote unquote.
Oh no.
Oh dear. Okay. Oh, boy. All right. Strength and athletics. 5 successes and a critical, so 9 successes.
All right, what did you get, Evan?
3 successes.
Okay, you get a blurry picture of like Sigma landing on his ass. And he's like, "Oh my God, do you treat all your girlfriends like this? Jesus!" And he rubs his ass as he sits up. And he looks at Evan. Hey, what's up?
Daniel looks in the back seat.
Oh man, there's just crumbs everywhere.
Oh.
He's like, "I was trying to lick it up, but you wouldn't let me. So your own fucking fault."
I heard you say you paid him. You pay cleaning fee or some shit?
Oh yeah, they eat in his car.
Then let him deal with it.
Hey, I kind of like you. What's your
Yeah.
name?
I'd rather you let me
Hey.
dealt with it rather than leaving your fucking slobber in the back seat.
I was licking my fingers and just picking up the little crumbs. Okay, it's effective.
Hey, so
Yeah,
is he
he's the
your
one living
Uber
in it.
driver or something?
No, he's.
Talking to Sigma.
You know what? He'd make a really good Uber driver. He's pretty fucking fast, but no, he's my sister's, Are you and my sister dating? Or are you guys not official?
Daniel's like,
He looks at Evan
Not
and
you.
shrugs like, "I don't know."
it's complicated.
It's complicated. Anyways, what's your name? And he holds out his
Over to
hand.
see what... No, Evan. I guess we'll look over to see what Sigma and Delta are doing, and then look back and I guess shake his hand. Evan.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Evan. Delta
Nice to
and
meet you too.
Zeta are hugging and they're talking in rushed whispers, and Delta's like pushing Zeta's hair out of her face. Like they're like reunion, like they haven't seen each other in a long ass time. Yeah, Evan, you huh? He kind of motions over at the girls. You yeah? His eyebrows go up and down a little bit. You know, huh? You
Yeah.
He'll meet that back with the eyebrow wiggle.
Oh, I got, yeah, nice. All right, cool. Careful, she's pretty squirrely.
I'm learning that.
She's fun though, kind of fucking crazy. If you're into that kind of thing. All right, so where's Julian? Ready to kick some ass.
That's the thing. He's kind of fucking gone.
Oh, what a pussy.
Yeah. Kind of threw me out of the car. Wasn't fun. He kind of shrugs a little bit.
He like smacks you in the shoulder like, "Hell yeah, threw you out of a fucking car, you still put together. Nice, I like it. This guy over here broke my hip. It's pretty strong for a skinny guy."
Why would he break your hip?
Oh, we were wrestling. I kind of liked it.
Yeah, he kind
He
of
just
tried
raises his
to-
hands like not going to judge him.
Jesus Christ.
What were you gonna say, Daniel? Huh? What was that, Dan?
You started it.
Yeah, but I definitely could have finished it if you let me.
Do you guys have something you need to work out in private a little bit?
Nah, he doesn't swing that way. But he'd be pretty fucking surprised by what I can do. And he gives you a look.
I got you.
Yeah, like leaving slobber
got
marks
you.
in my back seat. Right. Real fucking
Hey, he paid you.
impressive.
He paid you. Don't even start
Yeah,
with
he
that shit.
paid
He
me.
paid you to
I
clean
don't
it.
know, and I don't know why he decided to lick it. There was no reason for him to lick it. I would have handled it.
What are you talking
didn't
about? I
need to
just
do
Did
look
you
at my.
specify that no slobbers in that cleaning fee?
Yeah, did you specify no slab on the clean? Yeah, I was gonna pick it up for you. I can still pick it up. You want me to use my fingers?
I fucking.
Here, go get it for him. Evan will pull like a wet wipe out and just hand it to Sigma.
All right, here we go.
No, you're good. Just slams the, just shuts the back door very firmly.
Okay, he's like, all right, well, fine. And that's about the time that the girls come back. And Delta's like, oh, it looks like you guys are getting along. That's a good sign.
I mean, what's not to like about him? He'll kind of like put his arm around Sigma.
And Sigma's like, yeah, I'm a pretty fucking likable guy. Anyways, how are you doing, baby girl? You all right? You want me to fucking strangle somebody? Well, I really want my car back, but it's missing a door, and yeah, she just starts downloading her part of the conversation. And Sigma's nodding along. And he's like,
Evan will kind of lean over and specify that it pulled the internal hinges out as well.
so what you're saying is the car's probably not too far from where you were. I mean, where it crashed, right? But the police are involved now? Fuck, I'm gonna have to give Bob a call, I guess. Alright.
When Daniel hears the cops are involved, he's gonna make sure the police scanner stays on.
Okay. They probably impounded the thing, so I might have to look in the morning. But we'll get your car. We'll get your baby car back for you, little girl. So, what are we doing in a fucking cemetery? We having some undead hoedown or something?
Yeah, I kind of have to meet someone, and they specified here, so...
Oh, that's kind of... Alright, I'm definitely not gonna shame you for your weird kinks, alright? If you guys want to have some, like, seance sex out here in the middle of nowhere, fine, just don't get caught. And if you do, I'll pay your bail. And Zeta looks at him like, with
Sounds
what?
good.
With what? And her and Daniel, like, say, with what money at the same fucking time? Hey, I have my ways. So, yeah, Evan, this is Danny boy. Danny, this is Evan. That's my sister Zeta. Zeta, this is Evan. You know, Danny, this is Delta. We're all one big kind of happy family. And Delta's like, family adjacent, kinda. Hi, nice to meet you. She like shakes Daniel's hand if he shakes her hand.
He will.
Okay.
We'll give her a nod. Pleasure to meet you.
Zeta said you're a pretty good guy. So, I guess, thanks for that. Thanks for taking care of her. Thanks for finding her.
Would you believe me if I told you she found me?
Yeah. She looks at Zeta. Yeah, I would.
And then Sigma kind of cuts into the awkward silence and is like, alright, so I guess we're gonna go find out where your fucking car is and look for Julian, then you and your boyfriend are gonna go do your seance shit in the cemetery with whoever you're meeting. And Delta just looks at Evan.
Do we need backup?
Evan... I don't think we do. I'm pretty sure who I called would have told me if we did.
So he was like, alright, cool, I know a really nice, my favorite slushy place at this convenience store down the street. Can we go?
What happened to getting her car back?
Yeah, slushies first. You can't work on an empty fucking stomach. And he motions over to the grass. I need some fuel. I'm a big little guy.
You just said you had more ramen.
It's gone. And he walks towards the Camaro.
Oh, God. This is the last time I let you in my car, Sigma.
What do you mean? We're practically family. You can't just kick me out of your life.
Zeta like gives you a pleading look and is at your arm.
Oh, don't you give me that.
She's like, Daniel, he's actually trying.
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't mean it doesn't piss me off a little still. Ah, fine.
She like rubs your arms and then she just says, he's pretty punchable. You know, that's how he bonds. So if you feel like you need to get it off your chest, you could just. And he's over there like hitting the handle, so it's like click, 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 click. Danny, come on! I'm wasting away over here.
Fucking. Oh.
Hey, Evan! Ask my sister for my number. You give me a call anytime, bud. You and I are gonna fuck up Julian, alright?
Yeah, let me know. I'll shoot Bob a message, by the way, to be on the lookout.
Oh, cool. You know Bobby? I like Bobby. He's a great guy.
Yeah, he hangs out.
Yeah, he and I play on the
Where,
pool team
man?
together.
Ah,
You should
which
come.
one?
Well, I mean, I play in a couple, but the one that I'm official on is like the fluid one, I think. I don't know. They just meet Friday nights at Freddy's.
Okay. I'll try to make my way out there.
Hell yeah! All right, see you later, brother.
All right, see you.
Delta, you do anything fucking weird? You have my blessing. Just don't get yourself fucking killed. All right. Click, 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 click. Come on, hit the button. Let me fucking in.
Oh, Daniel's like narrowing his fucking eyes at Sigma right now. Oh god, okay. And he does, so the car just goes beep beep, and it fucking unlocks.
Thank you. And he gets in.
Oh my god. Then Daniel looks back at Zeta.
She's hugging Delta and saying, I promise, when I'm ready, I'll tell you. And Delta's like, you gotta not hide shit from everybody. I know.
Yeah, she has a real. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, you don't have to say anything, Daniel. I fucking know. This bitch, her ass doesn't say shit. She just fucking ghosts. Hold on.
Evan coughs.
Hey, whoa, my shit is a little different, okay? Mine's a little different. She goes off to fucking war zones on her own. I just steal stuff. There's a huge difference, okay? Huge, astronomical difference. Mine is violence of joy. Hers is violence of murder. And Zeta's like, Delta, please. Come on. What? I just don't ghost again, okay? Zeta, please. All right? You know who's gonna be really fucked up to hear this? O. When O finds out you're back, and there's a look and an exchange between the sisters, and Delta's like, he already knows. Oh, shit. And Alpha? And Zeta, like, hugs herself really tight. Oh, God. Did you get Gamma involved, too? Oh, Zeta. She kind of shrugs. Yeah, sorry. We'll get your car back, okay? And I'll tell you when I'm ready. All right? Oh my god. You. Oh, you. And Zeta's like walking backwards, and Delta's just looking at her, shaking her head. Then Zeta grabs Daniel's arm and kind of pulls you towards the Camaro. You're lucky you even have a boyfriend that still likes you. Zeta shoots her a look over Daniel's shoulder, and she's like, we're working on it. She motions between her and Evan.
Daniel just gives
waves
Evan.
bye to them.
Daniel's just like, oh god, what is this cat fight right now? He's just like, I'm too fucking tired for this shit. And then he gives the brim of his cap a fold, like a farewell to Evan over there. Oh god.
All right, inside the car, you notice that all of the ramen is gone.
But it's covered in saliva.
Do you sniff to find out? Roll a wits and awareness if you do.
Jesus Christ. It's okay. There's my other die. 4 successes.
You smell baby powder. And
Sigma.
you catch Sigma like shoving something into his front pocket. What?
Why the fuck is there baby powder in my car?
What? No, I just used a fucking wipe to clean it up. What do you mean?
I literally smell baby powder.
Yeah, it's
You are not good at hiding shit.
what the fuck? It's like a baby wipe. I don't know. Evan gave it to me. Nice guy. He's a great guy. Really nice guy. He just freely gives things. He doesn't even judge. Great guy. Like him. Like him a lot. You know what? I think I'm gonna invite him to the Halloween party. I like him that much. You know what, Danny? I'm gonna invite you too. You and Zeta, you come on to my Halloween party. And Zeta's like, where is your Halloween party even at? He's like, I don't know. I'm still figuring that one out. But we're gonna have one. Now that you're
great.
back, now the whole family's back together, we're gonna have one. But we're not gonna invite Dad, because he'll be upset.
Great. Fantastic. And then he'll look over at Zeta. How are you feeling over that?
She says, I'm okay. I'm alright. I just really... She kind of nods a bit. I'm worried about meeting my dad, I guess. And really, really mad that anybody would bruise Delta like that. And she gets a look in her eyes, like a steely frost that comes over her gaze.
Daniel will put a hand on her thigh. We'll figure this out. That bastard's not gonna get away with it.
Yeah. Okay.
If it helps. In case that offer was actually on the table, and for once throughout the night, Daniel actually puts a smile on his face. Could always sit in the driver's seat. As the engine once again roars to life.
That just makes her smirk. But there is, behind that frost, heat. And she says, I imagine I will. And Sigma's like, all right. Can you fucking wait till I'm not in the goddamn car, okay? Can we just go get some slushies, all right? There's like this little convenience store down by yeah. Anyways, yeah. Turn out here.
Fine.
Great.
He'll take him to get slushies.
Yeah, just not this convenience store. There's another one. And Zeta's like, how far away is this convenience? He's like, look, I got a favorite one, okay? Keep going. And we're gonna meanwhile. Evan.
Mm-hmm.
As you near the mausoleum, I need you to roll a frenzy check.
Oh, what is the pool for that?
If you would just use the one on your sheet. In older editions, it's like composure and resolve, but it's different in 5e. I will find out before next game, though.
Yeah, it's like really weird.
It's basically just your willpower total plus a third of your humanity, and that's your dice pool.
Yeah, it's really weird. Because it's weird. Third, like your humanity and a third of your, yeah.
No, like whatever. So say for example, your humanity is 6. It takes 2 from your humanity, and then whatever your willpower is in total, and that's
right.
your dice pool.
And if you've spent willpower, you don't get to roll those, right? See, I gotta check the rule.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I filled that out correctly. That's what I'm asking.
Your willpower
Yeah.
shouldn't be filled out at all unless you've used any.
Oh, okay. So then I need to change that.
Yeah, willpower should be blank, and so should everything but 1 hunger, unless you failed your rouse check earlier.
I did not. Is it actually rolling?
Okay, yeah. So
Did you
whatever unmarked. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. What's the difficulty?
just put 1? Damn, you got 4. Cool. Okay. As you pass through the gate and push open the old, like, heavy stone door, you are presented with a wall of coffins on either side of the entryway. Then before you, there is an archway with fine black filigree. And about 10 steps in the middle of the room that the archway opens up into, there is a hatch that you believe leads to the crypt.
He'd just quietly walk. I'm assuming that he'd stop at his car first and grab his instrument and stuff, and
Okay.
just quietly walk down this. Just looking around while keeping a hand on Delta's hand.
Okay. As you descend, Delta prickles next to you. You can feel it. She squeezes your palm, and she kind of moves herself in front of you as if she's protecting you.
What is it?
This guy that we're going to see, he's old, isn't he?
You could say that.
I can feel it. Makes my stomach upset. Makes my skin crawl.
Would you rather wait outside?
No, I don't want to leave you alone with him.
Okay. Just understand this is something I have to do.
I get it.
I don't have a choice.
I'll stay quiet. And she squeezes you into a tight hug.
He'd return it with the one arm he has free.
There is another set of stairs. Once this one evens out onto a landing, there's another archway that leads further, and it's just filled with crypts. Some with occupants, others with no name on the slab, just waiting. Do you go lower?
Mm-hmm. He'd also read some of the names as he's going by.
We're all Sigmund family. As you descend the second set of steps, the air shifts, and the presence that Delta was picking up on hits you like a wall of sinister malice. But the man looks friendly. A handsome man in his early 60s, late 50s, is gazing at a painting within the crypt. Through the archway on this secondary landing, there is a literal viewing room filled with paintings of the dead. And inside, there is a quaint table, elegant high-backed chairs made of delicate curved iron. They don't look very comfortable. And the teacups are filled with blood.
And he says, Evan, it is a pleasure.
Pleasure's all mine.
Who is this delightful living thing?
This is Delta.
Delta.
And he turns, and when he does, it's fluid like oil.
Beautiful.
And he approaches her, and she kind of pales, and he holds out his hand, and it's as if she's compelled. She puts her hand in his, and he kisses her fingertips. And he sniffs. And a part of you prickles, Evan, as he senses the blood in her veins.
So very alive.
Forgive me, I don't remember his accent. I didn't listen. I believe he had one. So we're just rolling with the punches.
You're good. You're pretty on point for what it was.
Thank you for meeting me, Evan. And for this delightful surprise. Am I free to speak in front of her about whatever it is I need to tell you? Or casually want to speak with you about?
He'll kind of shoot Delta a look that kind of lets her know that she might find out some things that she really doesn't know yet.
She nods and says, I'll stay.
He says, wonderful.
And then he picks up a saucer, and he hands the saucer with the blood-filled teacup to you, Evan. He says,
Would you like mine, Miss Delta?
and she says, no, thank you.
He says, of course.
And he beckons the both of you in. And he goes back to the painting he was viewing.
Evan will follow him to the painting and start looking at it with him.
It is a slightly horrific scene. A mother is bleeding from the eyes, holding the mummified remains of what you can only assume is her child. Delta actually swallows loudly and covers her mouth as she looks at the painting.
And what do you see in this?
You asking him?
Mm-hmm.
The artist's depravity. State of mind.
And how would they call out the depiction of loss?
Very insightful.
He grins. And then he moves to the next painting as if you've passed some test. He's pleased. And he takes a sip of his teacup as he looks at this one, the back of which is facing you, because it's like the way it's set up. It's almost like you have to twist and turn and dance in this small room surrounded by the dead to view these paintings.
I guess Evan will try to go around after giving him a minute to look at it.
Okay. This one is worse than the first. And when you get a little bit closer to it, you think it was made with the artist's blood and ash of some living thing.
Evan will kind of shake his head at Delta real quick.
Okay, she doesn't.
If she hasn't come around the painting yet.
She doesn't. She goes to sit at the table.
He'll just study the painting for a minute and then raise the same question. And this one, what do you think the significance is of the blood being used? And Evan will take a sip from the teacup.
Control. Claim. Dominance. Or just a very unhinged mind. What do you think, Evan?
I'd say claim. With putting a piece of themselves, literally, into their art.
Right. We would need a warlock to tell us if it was actually a kindred. I suspect it was a ghoul's plot, but I digress. So, how is your sire holding up in your estimations?
And as he moves to the next painting.
He'll follow, and he's holding up extremely well.
Really? What makes you say that? What is it you like?
I mean, he's attentive. He makes sure that all his childers are taken care of.
He pauses. All of them.
Well, I assume there's more than just me.
Roll an intelligence and insight. Sorry. Did you roll that intelligence and insight?
Yes, I got 1 pair of critical success and 3 success on top of that.
So 7. Okay. Okay. His voice is incredibly polite. There is very little undulation at all. He is so pissed. You can feel the shimmer of rage. And you actually hear Delta move uncomfortably. You hear her like rub her thighs, and you can smell her sweat, which means so can he. She's afraid. Or nervous, at the very least. And he is so mad when you suggest that there are multiple childers. Like, ready to destroy mad. But his expression is polite. His eyes clear of rage or hatred. You can just feel it. And he moves. He finally finishes moving to this last painting. Well, the painting before the last painting. It is multiple blood sources. There are actual bits of fucking hair woven into the canvas.
I'm here looking for your sire. I'm disappointed. He is gone, so to speak. Vacation.
I understood it as he had some business he needed to take care of.
That is what
So
he
as
told
much as
me
it is,
as well.
mm-hmm. So much as we call it a vacation, he's just
Working.
taking, yeah.
Always working. Working, working. No time for his old man. No time. I am glad my...
And I think you're his great grandchild, or technically. So, but he just calls you his grandchilder.
has time to see me. I enjoy these visits. These kinds of visits.
And you don't think it's a lie.
It's just weird.
I'm happy to make the time.
I am told you are very talented. I believe I stated that before. What do you think of this painting, Evan? What do you see when you look at it?
He beats you to your own question.
Can you describe it again?
Multiple sources of bone and blood have been ground and used as the pigments, and there is actual hair woven into the canvas and sticking through the paint.
It's a little unsettling with the grotesque nature of the materials, but that in and of itself brings its own beauty.
I would have to agree.
Because you typically don't see something like this that's used in such a way.
This last one is the final one in the set.
Are these all from the same artist?
Indeed.
Evan kind of braces himself a little bit because each one's been getting worse and worse.
The last one is actually covered by a canvas. A canvas that's been lacquered with wax. You think either to protect it from moisture or to hold in a smell.
Before you uncover this, is she going to be okay in the same room with?
Is she?
And he just looks
she
at you impassively.
Oh, I'm not quite sure what's under it, so that's kind of why I'm asking.
He tilts his head. Is she not your ghoul?
We're still working on that.
He looks very surprised. He blinks. Oh? Do you need assistance?
No, I've got it handled.
Do you?
And he
just
turns
nods.
slowly to look at Delta.
Okay.
And then he looks back at you very slowly.
If you're sure.
Do you let Delta stay in the room? Or do you ask her to leave as he walks over to the final painting?
I asked her to leave.
Okay. As she gets up, he lets out a dark chuckle watching her leave. And he pulls back the lacquered canvas. The smell. The canvas itself appears to be stretched leather, though it is no leather that you are familiar with. All of the pigments used are organic. There is not, that you can smell, a fluid or bodily function that wasn't used to create this painting, which is half of a face. He points to the bottle, which is the only quote-unquote inorganic, but even then it can be questioned. It could be like this was glass made from lightning that struck a beach, right? It's just been grounded down to be very, very fine, but in that glass, sealed into the leather, is a genuine eyeball.
What do you think?
It's interesting. Again, we see the use of materials now. It's not really an original thought because they've done it before, but they've upped the ante.
And he
curious as
finishes
to-
he finishes his teacup as you're talking.
I'm curious as to what the significance of the eye is, though, in the artist's mind.
Get close to it. Take a look.
Evan doesn't move closer to the painting. He just kind of squats down to be on level with it.
Inside the glass, the eye is not human. The pupil is a slit, and the color is a lupine, a soft, glowing, woven eye. And then it blinks.
Oh,
There are many skills among our kind, and an artist will use whatever materials they deem most beautiful to create. Even those that are living.
And he covers the painting with a lacquered canvas.
Please, I would like to hear you perform.
oh, definitely. Evan will go over, open the cello case, and start pulling it out, getting it ready. Is there anything in particular you'd like to hear?
Oh, your finest.
And he walks over to one of the crypts and he slides it open. And he pulls out an ice bucket with a wine bottle of blood. He pours himself more tea. Have you drank any of yours?
Probably about half the cup by now.
Okay. He fills yours. And then he puts it back. And you hear a muffled sound as he puts it back. And he goes, shh, 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 and then slides it closed.
Please.
And he sits. And he's wearing a coat that has long tails, so he sort of flicks the tails back so they're not on his way. And he crosses his legs like a gentleman.
Evan will just finish setting everything up and just start to play from memory once you get set up.
Roll for me a performance and your choice between physical and mental.
how much does the specialty add?
1 dice. In this case, if you make a rouse check, I'll allow you to add 3 extra dice.
I'm thinking I'm good without it.
Okay.
Uh, 10 successes.
Your performance is beautiful. Absolutely knock out of the park. He ends up letting his head loll back and groans, listening to your music, getting lost in it as you feel yourself, getting lost into the low thrums and vibrations of the cello. Delta eventually sneaks kind of back around the corner to gaze at you. But if you look up, her expression is filled with fear. How long do you play?
Until he looks sated.
You're there for a while. Just as one song comes to a low, lulling end, a soft clap, and emotions for you to continue. He does it again, and again, and again. And we're gonna fade out here. Daniel and Jihoon. Oh, no.
Hello?
Noah. And then, Noah. Roll a wits and awareness. I gotta get to Noah first.
Whoa.
Wits and awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. That's a 6. That's a 6 for me.
Okay. So you've driven slow enough that as you're getting to the address, that's a cemetery. It's actually like kind of behind where you live. You see the Camaro pulling out of the cemetery, and it's like, what the fuck? So you continue to follow them. And it seems like they're going somewhere nearby. At first you think it's going to be one of the gas stations, but they pass that. And finally, you pull up alongside of them at a stoplight. Do you try to get their attention or say anything?
I'll straight up reach over and knock on the window.
Okay, Zeta kind of jumps and then rolls the window down and is like, oh, hey.
Where are you guys going? Was anyone gonna bother telling us that you were going somewhere else?
Do you answer, Daniel? Because if not, Sigma does.
Sorry about that. Old crybaby in the backseat was wanting slushies.
Sigma pokes his head in the center console in between Daniel and Zeta and is like, oh, hey, I messaged Kappa, but, whatever. You kids want a Slurpee?
You're getting a Slurpee?
Yeah, or hot dogs, something.
Where are you going?
I'm going to my favorite convenience store. They got believe it or not, they have this vending machine that's full of Asian kind of snacks. Pretty fucking good.
Which one?
The one with the weird name that I can't pronounce because I'm American. It's stupid. Egrets.
Do I know what convenience store you're talking about?
Yes, you do. It is near the Asian market in Mass. It's insert name here.
Right. Yeah.
Certainly.
It's a pretty fun place. They've got Korean hot dogs in the morning. I mean, you haven't gotten one in forever,
Right. 'Cause
actually.
they
But
can't go in the morning.
yeah, but but man, they're good as fuck. There's like this little boba tea station off in the left-hand corner of the whole convenience. Like it's run by a pretty
Alright.
cute couple, you know, like they're
Okay.
older.
Yeah. He says. Yeah. I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, the one with the
Okay.
happy little smiley face guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got slushies. They're not slushies
Right.
at all. They're literally like you get ice cream out of a machine and like mix it all up and add syrup and flavor it how you want. So it's like more like a shake, but you know.
Right. But who am I to tell Sigma that it's a shake, not a Slurpee?
Yeah, they're my favorite place. They're the best place. Anyways.
Okay, we'll see you guys there then.
Yeah, they always leave out their hot dogs. They're nice and big.
Yup.
Mm-hmm.
Is the light turned green yet?
Yes.
Okay.
We go.
All right, see you there.
All right, you know, like,
Gone.
Wheels start squealing.
meow. Hey, whoa! My seatbelt wasn't fucking plugged in. You just trying to throw me out the back window?
Not like a you problem. You should have had it on when you first got
A
in the
me
car.
problem? Wow, I'm so glad I'm not the one dating you. Damn. I bet you wouldn't even use lube.
You'd just be like, fuck you. And I'd be like, okay, sir. And Zeta, like, reaches back and goes to slap, and he's like, oh, whoa, a little protective. And she points, and he's like, okay, all right. I get it. Damn. Ugh. And he buckles up. Click. And as you're pulling into the back of the little market, he's like, oh, hey. Is that fucking Gamma? And Zeta's like, oh, shit. And then Noah and Kappa pull in. Kappa tenses on Noah's back, and you instantly can tell something's wrong. Jihoon, next to you, there's this longing moment with Omega and Malcolm, and then on your other side, Gamma says, son of a fucking bitch. And out of this Camaro, this little muscle nugget steps out and is like, hey! What's up, you fucking punk-ass bitch? You ready to go another round? And Gamma's like, I swear to fucking God, shut your mouth.
No, not again.
What the fuck is going on?
Daniel
Kappa
just like
pulls,
slides like
you
Daniel
slide out.
Slides further into his,
Zeta
he just
gets
slides
out.
further into his seat like God.
Yeah, Zeta,
why?
you slide down, Zeta gets out, and Gamma's like, you! And Zeta points and is like, don't start anything. And Kappa takes his helmet off and is like, please don't fight. And Omega like looks at his siblings and longingly looks at Malcolm, and he makes this frustrated sound. And we're gonna end there for tonight.
At least we're all at the same place.
I mean,
yeah?
other than Evan.
Yeah, well, he's stuck in weirdo art gallery land.
He does not like where he is.
Like playing for his own life right now.
Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for the raids. I appreciate it.
I know, you guys are telling me what a cliffhanger. Jeez.
Someone's gonna fight. Someone's gonna fight.
Oh, fighting in the convenience store parking lot.
God damn it.
Yeah. Yeah, totally not a way to get the cops involved. Totally not.
I don't know. The last time we had a fight in a public place, somebody got shot. Not saying anything, but, you know.
Yeah,
Not
I'm
that there's
having,
canon or anything anymore, but just saying. Somebody got
having-
shot.
I'm having flashbacks.
Yeah, but that was also with, like,